Okay, so I'm going to start this video. I've already done a massive bitch about it on like a previous one. I'm going to try and condense this to the smallest time I can do. So basically what I am dealing with is months ago, now let me just start from the very beginning, like 5 years ago I started a project off which was basically rebuilding every room from the original Resident Evil 3 in full 3D because we have no access to those anymore. Well, we never would have had access to them anyway because it was Capcom's own intellectual property. But as Capcom said years ago, they don't actually have any of the archives anymore. They've lost all of that data, which is a very sad thing when you can't get a hold of that stuff, considering that's part of our childhoods. Well, the real fans' childhoods, not the fake ones I'll be mentioning in a minute. So started this project off to rebuild these assets, which was a public domain project for everybody to use, so it was for free. I wasn't getting paid a single penny to put it up in, for it to be done. Collaborated project with a friend of mine. We did this as a release so everybody had access to them. So of course you're going to have remake of this and a remake of that fly everywhere, except a lot of people, credited the project and credited me as the artist. So several months ago, there's this project that came up that basically stole every one of those assets, claimed that they'd modelled those assets. So when I came onto the whole YouTube video and pointed out that you're still using my assets and why have you not credited me, their lead artist pretty much just basically gave me the middle finger, said how dare I even insinuate that, my work is inferior, blah 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 and all that crap. And basically, from that point onwards, he's been stalking my YouTube account. He's been practically posting crap in my YouTube account. And I'll be putting this all in the video and compile it all. So basically, where it's going down is simply this. I've been trying to get all this sorted for the past several months. I've been trying to get myself, my own integrity as an artist, recognised. They have not budged. They are still adamant that they've modelled everything. And quite frankly, it's gotten to a point where it's pissed me off quite a lot that I've ranted on it about 2 videos. This is going to be the 3rd, but like I said, this is compressed. I'm trying to make it as small, as easy and as concise to follow so people understand just how pissed off I am about it and what's actually gone on. So then people have to listen to me rant for 40 minutes, but they are all there on my YouTube account if you want to listen to them. And it is damning evidence, but I'll be putting that in the video. So anyway, they've just released an alpha build of their remake and they're still using my assets, and I've actually pointed all this out and I'll show all the screenshots and compare it with all the stuff I have. Let me reiterate this straight away, right? They have encrypted the files so that nobody can access them, extract them and use them for their own gain and what have you. So then explain to me how I got access to the files. It's quite simple really, it's because I'm the one that modelled them. And I've got the master file, so everything is all a separate mesh. It doesn't have to be compiled with 1,000,001 other things. So anyway, the fun thing that came out today is these lot are all going on about, oh, we are working for Capcom. We are making this remake for them. We have been using these non-patented assets. And, oh, you never told us you work for Capcom. And it's basically just smart-assing, trying to be the sake of smart-assery, really. And it's very smug and it's condescending because we all know they haven't modelled anything. This video will prove that. Half of my assets are being used. They're not crediting me. It's practically a middle finger to me. So it's basically coming to a point where, like I said, the project I was working on, we switched to private. There is going to be no release anymore. All of the assets have been removed from public domain. Nobody's got access to them. The half of the park and entirety of the Dead Factory are never going to be released in public domain, and this is because these lot will not credit me, even though there's evidence, buttload of it by the way, just there, that I've been gathering for months. I've been told that I'm just an attention whore who just wants 15 minutes of fame. It's got nothing to do with that. It's my integrity as a bloody artist I'm trying to bloody preserve. I couldn't give a shit about that. These lot, on the other hand, are more in hand with, we need all the glory and the ego as it is. I know for a fact that there are a lot of Resident Evil fan sites and places I've gone to that will not show this, will not approve of this because of the pure sake that it's stealing my assets and they actually know I've been modelling them. Then, of course, there's all the mindless masses who are following this, thinking it's like the second coming of Christ. Well, let me just reiterate this. They never modelled these assets. It was me who modelled them. It was me who released them, and they're the ones that are stealing them, because I've removed my entire project from public domain. Nobody else has access to them but me and them who stole it. So if you approve of that, you approve of theft, fair enough, that's your bloody thing, innit? But you're just as bad as they are, in my opinion. And that's just basically what I wanted to highlight here, because you'll be seeing all these images I'm just stuffing in with this video, showing everything off. And then, maybe, just maybe then, you'll understand why I'm just a little bit pissed off with it at the minute.